Assalamu alaikum. This is Abdul Salam, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration, Asian University of Bangladesh. Today, I discuss fundamentals of recording process. Listen objectives. If any students started this lesson, then they know how to record transactions in a accounting books. Number two, he knows how to define debit and credit. And then number three, he know what is the basic steps of the recording process. Number five, he knows the explanation of the journal and nature of journal. Also, he knows how to ledger posting, how to prepare trial balance, and how to summarize the financial transactions in a one statement. So, first of all, the recording process. The recording process means when a transactions occurred in organizations or incurred in organizations, then what are the steps followed for record the transactions in a accounting books. The process is given below. Step 1, identify the business transactions. Step 2, analysis of the transactions into debit and credit. That means that is called a journalization. Step 3, posting to the ledger accounts. Step 4, preparation of trial balance, and final step is the step 5, preparation of financial statement. So when a students or a accountants or a executive or any kinds of the peoples wants to record the financial transactions of an organizations to record in the accounting books, then he or she must be followed the five steps. First steps, identification of the transactions. It is being done on the basis of the computations of the economic entity and money measurement. The documentary evidence of the transactions might take the from the memo, bills, voucher, receipts, etc., which give the testimony to fact that the transactions has taken place. So we are easily understand that identification of the transaction means is a lot of transactions incurred or create each and every moments in the world, but all the transactions is not our transactions, all the transactions is not our accounting transactions, all the transactions is not we are recording the accounting books. But so that's why we need to be a identification of the transactions which is relates with a business and which is relates and which is a monetary measurements of these transactions. Only those transactions are recorded in our accounting books. Number two, analysis of the transactions into debit and credit. We know that when makes any kinds of the transactions, we need to be a two parties. Without two parties, a transactions is not occurred. একটা লেনদেন সৃষ্টি হতে পারে না. So here obviously we need to be a two parties. So in accounting systems, one party is debit, another party is credit. In 1494, the Luca Pacioli invented the double entry systems or debit and credit. The dual effect of the transactions has shown in the previous lesson. So ডাবল এন্ট্রি সিস্টেমে প্রত্যেকটি লেনদেনে কমপক্ষে কি থাকবে, একটা পক্ষ ডেবিট এবং একটা পক্ষ কি থাকবে, ক্রেডিট থাকবে. সো উই ক্যান সে ইজিলি when we analyze a transactions, then we got the one party is debit, another party is credit. All the debit parties is assets, expenses, all the credit parties is liabilities and income. And step 3, double entry systems of recording. When we are analyzes the transactions with debit and credit, then obviously we are record these transactions by the double entry process. That means one part is debit, another part is with credit with the same amount of money. And then number 4, the accounting. The account. What do you mean by the account? Account means when we analyze the transactions, then we got the two parties. One party is debit, another party is credit. Each party is called accounting or accounts. An account is summarized the classified information. It relates to the particular phenomenon or element showing both the increase and decrease in the element due to transactions taking place during the period and showing the ultimate position of the phenomenon or elements. The end of the period, the accounting usually has three parts. The title of the accounts, left hand side showing the debit and right hand side showing the credit. It is illustrated the below and the known as the T form or because it is like a similarly as a T. So this is the account. Here is the title name of the accounts like as cash, like as assets, like as capital, like as salary, like as expenditure, and the left side is debit side and right side is the credit side. So it is look like as a T. So that's why it is called a T form. Account accounts may be the three types. Accounts may be the three types. One is the real account, two is the personal account, and three is the nominal account. In a double entry systems or lookup SCG or golden rules, the following the golden rules, accounts are three types. One is the real account, that means which we are think about and assets and intangible assets. Those are the real account, like as land, building, plant, cash, inventory, all those are the intangible assets. So it is the real account. Number 2, personal account. Without person we didn't do anything else in the world. So obviously personal accounts have in an accounting. The group of constitute all the accounts related to the person and organization who is the from the transactions are either debtors or creditors. That means also the personal account means somebodies are doing the business in the business world. One is the debtors and another one is the creditors. That means one is the supplier, another one is the receiver. One is the seller, another one is the customer. So all those are the person. So obviously we have a personal accounts, and in an accounting systems who are the receiver, those called the debtors, and who are the sender, those are the creditors. So this is the type of accounts. Another type is the nominal account. The category of the accounts are related to the revenue, income and profit of the entity, which increase the claim of the owner and expenses or losses, which decrease the reserves of the entity and thereby the claim of the owner. Nominal account means which transactions are regularly occurred in our business world and increase and decrease the owner's equity. দ্যাট মিন্স মালিকের যখন সম্পত্তি কমে বা বাড়ে এরকম কোনো হচ্ছে কি ট্রানজেকশনের মাধ্যমে যে অ্যাকাউন্টসগুলি ক্রিয়েট হয় সেই অ্যাকাউন্টসগুলিকে সাধারণত আমরা বলে থাকি হচ্ছে কি নমিনাল অ্যাকাউন্ট। হিয়ার basically two type of the accounts in here. One is the revenue accounts, another one is the expenses accounts. So today we are discuss about how what is the uh, accounting process, what is the recording process, and what are the steps of the recording process, and how to record the transactions in accounting. So what do we mean by the double entry systems of recording? What is the accounts and what are the types of the accounts in the golden rules? Inshallah, next class we will discuss the modern rules of the or modern types of the accounts in a accounting system. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.